Who can hear from the Holy Spirit? Only Christians?
Well, you might be surprised if I tell you no. Because not only Christians hear from the Holy Spirit, sinners also hear from the Holy Spirit. And I want to hasten to qualify that answer that I have just given, right?
All right.
How do sinners hear from the Holy Spirit? From the Holy Spirit? Well, the Bible tells us when the Holy Spirit comes, He will reprove the world of sin. Nobody could come to Jesus without, we would have dealt with that already, without the power of the Holy Spirit. So in that way, the Holy Spirit speaks to the unsaved and draws them, convicts them of sin, convicts them of the Lordship of Jesus Christ. So in that sense, the Holy Spirit speaks to sinners and unbelievers, right? Other than that, the Holy Spirit speaks to us as believers. The Bible says that my sheep hear my voice. When we belong to God, God isn't up there and just silent and
Right.
watching the sea. Let me see what they're going and doing. No. God is not like that at all. The Holy Spirit, He is with us and He's speaking to us. He's guiding us. You know, we don't know the future. We don't know what is going to happen. And sometimes you hear so many testimonies that you felt the leading of the Spirit to get out of that area.
Yeah.
And you just move.
Yes.
And then something bad would have happened and God protected you from that. That's the Holy Spirit speaking to you as believers. And you know, He speaks words of comfort. He speaks words of strength. He gives you guidance. That is, we come back to the Holy Spirit indwelling you. It's a real thing.
Right.
It's a real thing. It's not just a notion. It's a real thing. The Holy Spirit is with us as believers, and He's speaking to us all the time. He's wake us up. It's time to wake up to pray.
Yeah.
You know, He will remind you, hey, you know, you did not read your Bible as yet. He speaks to us in big ways and in little ways, constantly speaking to us.
So, the Holy Spirit working on our behalf as a Christian is not the same as speaking to an unsafe person.
No.
So where you understand what I'm trying to say? So sometimes we will have faith. We do. Christians, you have faith, but throughout the world. And we know how much corruption that there is. And some random person might be there.
Yes.
The person who might hire you in your job, or somebody in school who might help you out. Is not, so you're saying it's not that the Holy Spirit is speaking to them, hey, do something good for Reverend Cindy, as opposed to making something happen in your favor.
Yes, so he causes you to find favor with them. So He would move upon their heart, but not like how He leads you as a believer.
Right.
It is that He's working. He might want, listen, God is sovereign, and God has a plan. Not just for us, He has a plan for the entire world. So He will move among men, saved and unsaved, to accomplish His will. But that is not the same as leading and guiding a believer. So sometimes He will direct them to accomplish His will. But when it comes to the believer, He speaks to us. He's our personal guide, our personal counselor, our personal helper.
So let me ask you one more question, just to give a little trouble, right? How come? Because two people, Christians, hear from the Holy Spirit, and it's two completely different things. How is that possible?
Well, it is possible because two people, so you and I, may be praying about one issue, migration, right? Let's say, for example, and God might tell me, no, right? Migration is not on the cards for you. He might tell you yes, right? So He has a will for each and every person. So, you know, we might get different answers in a case like that, but I know that's not really what you're talking about, right? You're talking about where they pray about the same exact thing and different answer. I will tell you something. It's a biblical concept that God doesn't contradict Himself and God doesn't make any error. So if there are two different things and there's error there, because clearly there is, it's only part of the human being. Because what happens, sometimes we want something so bad. You desire it so much and you pray about it and your heart leading you in that direction and you might misunderstand that for the voice of God. Or, or your hurt might be, your hurt is so big and your disappointment is so large that the voice of that is speaking to you and drowning out the voice of the Lord. And you may say, God tell me so. Or your independence. You might so want to do it your own way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is the voice that you're hearing.
Yeah.